you. No way I'm taking and videos of my mom. Nobody is, you know, holding a knife to you and saying, you have to open an art studio. You have to make music. Jesus Cristo, somebody help me. Hoi, hoi, hoi. My name is Eggie, eepiest and most obnoxious squid in the sea. And today we're doing some Reddit reactions. We haven't done these in a hot minute, so I'm really excited. And some of these are pretty freaking whack. You're in for a treat. I'm sure you saw that in the preview, but you guys aren't ready. But first, a word from our sponsor, the ever amazing Gamer Subs. Do you like caffeine, but do you not want the entire crash of Monster where your whole heart feels like it's going to explode in your body? Well, then you should drink Gamer Subs. It's delicious, it has a ton of vitamins and minerals, and it doesn't give you the crash that regular caffeine drinks give you like Monster or NOS. It's also pretty affordable with my code for 10% off. Code SUCKEGG! If you use my code, not only do you help the channel, but you also get 10% off and usually a lot of goodies like free shipping or extra goodies when they have sales. So you guys better make sure to use my code and get your own Gamer Subs and put it into your soda stream. It's really delicious. I promise. Anyways, back to the video. Let's go. All right, y'all, let's do this. On to the first one, okay? So I've curated a pretty good selection of Am I the Assholes here. So let's see what we got. So the first one we have is, am I the asshole for trying an influencer I admire's content structure? So let's see what they have to say. I think at a glance, just to give my initial thoughts, at a glance, I don't personally think that's an issue. I'm the kind of person that believes that realistically, on the internet, almost everything has been done at least once, right? So it's pretty rare for somebody to have an entirely 100% unique idea. So generally speaking, people are going to be borrowing off of each other, especially things like content structure. So I really don't think that's a huge problem, but let's see what the actual post says. So I, 28, non-binary, have been dreaming about getting into content creating, and it's not till recently that a specific niche spoke to me. It's called crocheting, or they say, let's call it crocheting. Okay, interesting. Last week, I started posting videos on TikTok, from meme comedy to comedic informational to lip sync skits. Oh my God, that's really hard to say. There's an influencer, M, I admire. I love his review content and thought I should give it a try. Maybe I could get more views than I had been. Admire has 200,000 followers and 11 million likes on TikTok. I only had 10 followers and 800 likes. Lo and behold, popular string brand, quote unquote, released new samples. I grabbed my nice jumpsuit, wrote out a script, set out my phone, spent hours recording a 6-minute video, and it took me a few hours to edit it. I decided to try a similar structure to the Admirers videos, TikTok's green screen effect and text on screen to present. That's where the similarities end. It was my face, my voice, my script, and, well, I'm not white. Fast forward to posting, it blew up. I ambitiously hoped 7K because my highest view was at 7K. It's now at 390K. It was around 100K when the admirer messaged me. I reacted as any fan would. He knows I exist. Oh my God, I'm getting closer to a collab. Well, he actually called me out for copying. My heart sank. 100K worth of views turned to 390K worth of what feels like fraudulent views. Here's the first PMs he sent me, paraphrased. It started like this. Hey, did you create this based on my last video? I noticed the green screen effect with the text, plus you said, let's get it started. Me, I say, hello, yes, I was super inspired by your video and I thought I should try the format. I hope I didn't do anything inappropriate. I didn't intend at all to copy. I hope I didn't step on your toes. What happened next were long texts saying that it's not okay to copy someone's video and that it's practically stealing someone's work. He asked that I find my own style and that he spent years formulating to get views since his career. He asked that I understand that there's a reason why a lot of creators don't like getting their content copied. He also said that he couldn't record this knowing that it could fail because of me. So he posted his review. Oh, I see. So he posted his review, but he's worried about posting it because he's worried that his review won't do as good as hers. Oh my God, that's so awkward. I was very apologetic and commented on my vid that it was inspired by admirers since I felt terrible. It feels like I offended my hero, but my friends were telling me that he was patronizing and bullying, that my post wasn't at all the same content and you can't own a common video format. Though I can't help but feel like he wouldn't have contacted me if the video didn't perform as well as it did. To admire, if you come across this, know that I'm really sorry. I wish we had gotten along the first time we talked. This post is just for my sanity, for an outside opinion. TLDR, I made content inspired by an influencer's previous work and decided to give it a try in a similar style. It blew up and I got called out for copying. Am I the asshole? Well, first off, I'm going to ask you, my lovely YouTube viewers, are they the asshole? Let me know in the comments. What do I think? I don't think they're the asshole. I don't think they're the asshole at all. I think that absolutely this person with like 200,000 followers was 1000% bullying this tiny creator. I think it's okay. Here's my hot take of the day. This is my hot take, and we've only just started. So my hot take is that gatekeeping is cringe. I think gatekeeping is cringe. I think the fact that people can quote unquote own information or like own certain hashtags or types of videos or like formats or like research or whatever, like I just think it's bullshit. I think it's insane to gatekeep that from people. I think we should all be encouraging everyone to create more content that is good, that is high quality, that is impressionable, that is good content, right? And I don't think that we should be gatekeeping good content styles from each other and being like, no, this is mine, you can't be successful. Like, there isn't a limited amount of people in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of room on the internet for all of us. You don't need to fight about viewers. It's not mutually exclusive. Like, one viewer can't only watch one person. Do you get what I mean? So it seems a little bit silly and a little bit aggressive to me. So I don't like this. I don't think you're the asshole. I don't think you're the asshole at all. That's my take. That's my hot take on this one. Not the asshole. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's go to the next one. All right, y'all, here's the second story. Let's see how weird this one gets, okay? Am I the asshole for continuing to make niche social media content even though it really upset my client? I have no idea what this is about, but apparently this person was voted the asshole, so I'm really interested to see what this is. So let's take a look. At initial thought, probably yes, but I don't know. Let's see. I can't have an initial thought about this one. This one's wild. Okay, let's see. Hey Reddit, using a throwaway account. I'm a music producer, but I am also a social media influencer. My content is relating to music production, mainly relatable skits and music production tips. Well, today I posted a video in a series and the skit went something like this. Client, hey, can you produce me a song? Me, I'd love to. Client, great, I need X, X, and X done to it, which will take you a long time. And I need it in a week, which is not enough time for me to do those things well. Me, insert panic face. So the client I have is convinced that I made this video about them. I explained that I didn't, that it's a hyperbolic scenario, but they weren't taking that for an answer. They tore into me about how my actions on social media will make them look bad, and that's a really shitty feeling to have. At first I was mad. It feels very entitled to assume that the content I make for a wide audience is about you when it so clearly is not even close. And then to take my videos personally, it feels like a slap in the face. I also just don't agree that my fairly popular content channel is going to reflect badly on this one person. So I answered, I'm sorry you feel that way. That was probably a mistake. Cue the many messages about how I'm an asshole, how no one cares about my content or my career, and that I've shown my true colors to them. They texted me a little bit ago, and I'm pretty sure I'm about to get dropped from a paid project. They didn't accept my apology. But part of me wonders if they were right. Social media can reflect poorly on a person if they aren't careful. I guess I could work harder to create content that wouldn't offend anyone or make anyone upset. But I've been trying for a really long time, and this is the best I got. I'm used to hate on the internet, but it's always been from strangers, never from someone I knew personally, so I kept making the videos. I even gave them a client appreciation post. I haven't heard from them in a few days, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm in the wrong here. Am I the asshole? TLDR, I make super niche social media content. The client thought it was about them. It clearly wasn't, and it very likely is dropping me from a paid project. Edit for clarity, after the first interaction, I gave another apology over the phone. That is the one that wasn't accepted. The first one didn't count as an apology. Also, they're my client for music production. We make music together, and it's awesome. I produce and mix the tracks. I have much respect for them as an artist and a friend, and I can't believe they went straight to thinking the video was about them. Okay, interesting. Well, I ask you, as usual, my lovely YouTube viewers, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Are they the asshole? But what do I think? So there was actually something that came up recently like this on Twitter where an artist made kind of like a vague post about one of their clients. And the consensus was, after Twitter arguing about it for a little bit, when you take on the business of being in the service industry in any kind, right? And realistically, you know, media production is a service industry, right? You're creating an item for a person, right? You're serving the person in some way, in this case with an item, right? So generally when you're part of the service industry, when you have a business in the service industry, you have to cater to the people that you are creating for, right? And nobody is, you know, holding a knife to you and saying, you have to open an art studio. You have to make music. Like, nobody's doing that, right? So you're making a choice to go into this business, right? And when you make a choice to go into a business, you need to be aware of the colloquialisms, the status quo of what is going on. You have to get used to the status quo of what's happening. And if you don't, then you will suffer, right? And so it's like people who come into industries and they've just started in the industry and then they start charging like top tier prices. Like, that's not going to work because you have to base it on the industry that you're in, right? So it's the same idea, right? You have to kind of look where you're at. And when you are in a service industry, you can't badmouth clients, right? That's like all of those nurses who got fired for badmouthing clients in the hospital, right? Like, you can't do that, right? So I think he's the asshole. Like, because again, nobody's holding a gun to your head and saying you have to make a shop. Like, you have to. Camera, hello? Sorry, my camera was like losing its mind. But yeah, nobody's holding a gun to your head and saying you have to do this. Like, you must absolutely make a business where you make music for people, right? So when you're doing a service for someone, you got to be nice to them. That's just the way it is. Unfortunately, as they always say in retail, the customer's always right. Are they always right? Absolutely not. But we have to make them think that they're right, so they'll give us their money. That's how business works, you know. And that's the thing, you got to get used to business, right? If you're as famous VTubing drama once said, it's just business. But interesting take. Let's go on to the next one. All right, so we've gotten to the unhinged portion, I think, of this episode. It only gets worse from here, so buckle up, everybody. So this one, hold your socks, because am I the asshole for refusing to create and manage my mother's OnlyFans? I beg your finest pardon? What? I have no words. Yes. No, you're not the asshole for refusing that. You're not. I think she's the asshole for asking if she asked. I don't know. Let's read this story. I'm so interested and horrified. Okay. Oh my God. I'm gonna need a shower after this. Okay. I'm scared. I'm gonna need a shower. Okay. Whew. Long story short. My mom works with some young ladies and overheard them bragging about OnlyFans and earning almost twice the job's monthly wage. Out of curiosity, she kept asking for details and found out that she's not too old, in her late 40s, and would easily be a top 10% content creator. Now she's determined to have an account too. But here's the thing about my mom. She's literally tech illiterate and refuses to learn anything. She'll always call someone to change her TV channel, give her free drives despite having a license, do ATM withdrawals, file her taxes. Doing more than calls on her 15-year-old dumb phone is complete sci-fi to her. I've tried to teach her many times, and the result is always in one ear and out the other. And you just do it instead of me, you know better. If I refuse, I'm always met with a, but I don't know how, you're a horrible son, and she has a tantrum. I just gave up and, for example, set her alarm because it's faster than wasting time for teaching stuff that won't be remembered. Now, the am I the asshole part. She knows I own an expensive camera, a Canon 80D, and asked me to set up an account and make content for her. I was like, ew, no way I'm taking and videos of my mom. What is wrong with you? And I was met with a tantrum like always. Oh my Lord. Oh my Jesus Cristo. Somebody help me. Somebody save me from this hell. Somebody save me from this hell. Okay. Oh my God. I need a shower. Now she refuses to talk with me. It gets worse. And if she does, it's always about me being a horrible son for depriving her of a possibility for early retirement. Bruh. I already suggested she ask her coworkers and was met with a no because in case something goes wrong, they'll snitch to HR and they probably won't do it for free. Am I the asshole? I don't know, comments. What do you think? Do you think this boy should run his mom's OnlyFans? What do you think? Comments, tell me. I don't think you're the asshole for saying no. That's f***ed up. That's right f***ed up. This is a boy mom. This is a dangerous boy mom. I don't like this. This is one of those boy moms that are like slash negative. You know what I mean? Not that there's a slash positive boy mom, I don't think. But I'm sorry. I'm shook. I'm shooketh. This is not, don't run your mother's OnlyFans. Don't do it. That's weird. That's weird and creepy and strange. And on to the next one. No, I don't like this one. I give up. No. And finally, we come to our last one for this episode. This one's kind of a big one. But you'll see why in a moment. And it might have some hot takes. I'm interested to see what takes this will have. We'll see what happens. So this one is, am I the asshole for saying my best friend of 15 plus years is ruining my reputation as a video game streamer? I know the title sounds bad, but let me clarify with this story. My best friend and I met our sophomore year of high school. We're in our 30s now, and both of us are married. I've always felt like she didn't value our friendship very much since she used to set me up with guys that she had already had sex with. Okay. She only makes guy friends, but I get that. I also don't make many girlfriends because girls are catty and I don't like the drama. Understood. Real. One time she took me on a road trip to see her quote unquote friend. She was in a relationship with another guy, let's call him George. So when we got to her friend's house, we hung out in the living room for a while watching YouTube, and after about 20 minutes, I realized they had disappeared. There was no door to the guy's bedroom, so when I turned the corner looking for them, I caught them in the act, if you know what I mean. Fast forward to present day, I'm a small VTuber on Twitch. I started doing this almost 2 years ago. I've made a small but great community and so many friends. Recently, I've been getting a lot of traction and it makes my streams a lot more enjoyable. I've even started making some money from it. Well, my best friend doesn't work. She wants to, but childcare is expensive and her parents won't watch her kids. So I decided to help her by setting her up on Twitch being a VTuber. I thought I got a nice model for her. I drew some art for her to get started for free, valued at about $200 total. She just recently started earning money from it, so all is well, and I'm happy that I was able to help. Until recently. My friend likes to draw, and she's pretty good at it. She prefers I draw stuff for her channel because she likes my work better and she pays me for it. Apparently, one of my VTuber friends, let's call him Chase, commissioned her to draw an NSFW picture of him eating my best friend's VTuber's delicious goods. Let's put it that way. Note, she is married. So I felt really gross about it all. I talked to both of them very nicely about it. I told them it was extremely inappropriate and they shouldn't be asking for things like that. They understood, and that was that. Last night, I felt really disgusted about all of this, especially since she has a track record. I was talking to one of our guy VTuber friends, we'll call him Ben, about all of this. Ben asked if he could call me privately for a few minutes, and I said sure. but he ended up telling me that he and my best friend had exchanged saucy photos at some point, and that he had no idea that she was married and wanted to make sure I knew about it because he is our friend and he doesn't want me to feel like it was hidden from me. So now I'm furious. Not at Ben, not at Chase. I'm furious at my best friend. I feel physically ill, like I could throw up over all of this. I didn't bring her into my community to around. Oh my goodness. I did it to help her make money. I confronted her about this again and she gave me a half-assed sorry and asked what she could do to make it better. I didn't know what to say anymore. This isn't something a VTuber should be doing. People are going to think I'm like that too if she continues. I got so mad at her that I told Chase that she is ruining my reputation. So am I the asshole? What should I do to move forward? Wow, this is a big one. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below about this one. This one's hard. Okay, this is a tough one because there's kind of two sides to this here, right? There's the side that, you know, NSFW art is obviously not for this person, right? Like there's this person who is very clearly like a say-so, you know, non-sexual VTuber, right? You know, doesn't do lewd content, doesn't even post lewd content, not even sexy content, right? So she's clearly not into that, right? And you have this friend who is, on the contrary, essentially a lewd tuber, right? Or wants to be a lewd tuber, right? And I think what you have here is just a fundamental like uncompatibility, you know what I mean? Like an incompatibility, like just something that doesn't, they don't blend, you know what I mean? Because ultimately there's nothing wrong with not safe for work or safe for work, right? The issue is consent, right? And are people consenting to seeing that not safe for work or consenting to that not safe for work, right? So the fact that she is married is kind of irrelevant to it all because depending on what their boundaries are, that could be fine, right? Because at least to me, my VTuber isn't me. I get sexy art of my VTuber all the time, and that is not the same as me getting sexy art of myself. You know what I mean? That's totally not the same thing. Like Eggie is an OC, you know what I mean? Like Eggie is a separate entity from myself. So I don't see that angle of it. However, I do see the angle of the fact that they, I think, are just fundamentally incompatible. Like, I really don't think that they blend well, and I think they're just kind of forcing the friendship at this point. And I think that they would be much happier if they separated, you know? I don't think anyone's the... Honestly, I think this is the first one. I don't think anyone is the asshole here. I think they just need to separate, you know? I don't think either of them are the asshole. I think they just need to move in different directions. And that's where I'll conclude it here. But thank you so much for joining me for this amazing Reddit video. I love doing these because I love giving you guys my unadulterated, unfiltered opinions that you definitely didn't need to hear. If you like to hear more of those and you like to just hear me talk and yap, you better come hang out with us on Twitch. I usually stream at least 4 nights a week, pretty much whenever I wake up, which is usually afternoon between 4 and 6 p.m. And we stream on Twitch and YouTube. It's multi-streamed, so you can come anytime. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!